And my first guest this week's joining me on the phone, Mr. Tom Djokovic is the CEO of XSNX Incorporated. Their stock symbol's XSNX. Tom, good to talk to you again.
Great to be back, Don.
Well, Tom, we're reinitiating coverage of the company this week. I know you were just at a solar show. You couldn't make it into the studio, but tell us about that big solar event that was down in Anaheim, California.
Well, Don, it's a North American PV show, and it was large. I went to the first one back in February. Well, first one I attended, February 2004. You could see every person in the room, standing anywhere in the room, and in Las Vegas in one of the little smaller conference rooms. And this show was Anaheim Convention, and it's just enormous. I think they had 45,000 attendees or something like that. What's great and exciting about it is that this industry is growing. Both with the companies that develop the technology, the companies that produce the actual products, all the suppliers, and then the sales, distribution, installation, and service infrastructure is growing. So we're really blossoming into a full-fledged industry and not just a couple of hippies in a minivan and tie-dye shirts with a solar roof on the top.
Well, you couldn't have said it better, because I remember when we first started following your company about 5 or 6 years ago. I mean, solar power was still pretty much in the R&D stage, and now it's moved into the revenue stage. Now, your company, and we've been talking about this now for a few weeks, has a revolutionary manufacturing method. Tell us about that.
Well, we've come up with an idea, essentially looking at things a little differently than other solar manufacturing companies. We're essentially saying what works in the laboratory are proven processes. They're small area processes where you make essentially solar cell sized devices that are maybe 5 inches by 5 inches, and those processes work, and they've proven to produce high efficiencies. And then what's happening is most solar manufacturers take these processes and try to scale them into to create larger quantities simultaneously, and it introduces all these defects and variables, and it results in substantial loss of performance, close to, well, actually about 100% performance loss from what occurs in the laboratory. So what we're doing is we're taking these small area processes and we're adapting them to hard disk drive manufacturing equipment. And as most people will know, that hard disk drive manufacturing equipment has had to undergo enormous price reduction pressure over the years. They've done an excellent job of commoditizing and improving the technology. So we're essentially marrying these high rate manufacturing process methods from the hard disk drive industry with these small area processing techniques, and when we combine the two, we essentially believe we have a way to produce high quality, high conversion efficiency solar cells while still offering them at the low manufacturing cost that the thin film technologies offer. And so it's not necessarily new science. It's new engineering, better use of manufacturing techniques. It's better business.
Well, now, Tom, of course, being at the convention this week, you must have had conversations with other solar executives. Is there any kind of initial reaction you're getting to your proposed manufacturing process?
Well, yes, it's across the board positive. I mean, we get a lot of input, and that input seems to say, hey, look, this makes a lot of sense what you're doing here. It's something that the hard disk drive industry itself did years ago. It used to make large media, very large platters, and from those platters they stamped out the individual disks. And what they do now is they went to individual single substrate processing. And what they did when they did that was they were able to increase the speeds, increase the uniformity, the quality, lower the costs, reduce the size of the equipment. I mean, all these things that the solar industries fail to do in their in their challenges to take what works in the laboratory and then deliver it in commercial fashion, on the manufacturing floor. And so we're getting a very positive response. It just makes good sense.
Tom, as I mentioned at the top of the interview, we're reinitiating coverage of the company beginning this week. I know we're going to get you in the studio here very soon. Is there anything since the last time we spoke that's new with the company since we last had a discussion?
Well, the exciting thing is that we're making great progress, putting together, essentially developing all the different layers to the CIGS solar cell. I mean, recently the sputtering techniques that our business development partner Innovac, the hard disk drive equipment manufacturer, their sputtering systems have proven to be able to produce nearly double-digit performance CIGS solar cells. That's exciting. We hope to have actual sample devices before the end of the year. That's extremely exciting stuff. Obviously, we can't schedule innovation, and that could slide one way, either way by a couple of weeks. But we're on the path for that kind of early success, and we're very excited about it.
Congratulations on that, Tom. I really look forward to seeing those samples here on the show as we watch you over the next 3 or 4 months. Again, Tom Djokovic, XSNX is the company. For more information, please give us a call toll-free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449. Tom, thanks for beginning with us again, and we'll see you again here real soon.
Thanks, Don. Bye-bye.
Take care.